Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Welcome into CHGO Bets Daily with Sean Anderson and Cody Delmendo. Welcome in. I'm Sean Anderson. You can follow me on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson. You can follow my guy, Cody, at Cody C_CHGO. You are watching CHGO. You can find us at allchgo.com. And we are getting close. You're watching us on YouTube, hopefully, right now, if we are live. We're getting close to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube. So 3 days into this launch, very, very successful. And that's thanks to all of you CHGO residents and CHGO fans. Thank you so much. You can follow us on Twitter at CHGO_sports and at CHGO_bets. We had a lot of interaction last night because, Cody, it was a bad night for us.
One might say it was not great, Bob.
Not great, Bob, indeed.
We both went 0-5. I mean, the irony, though, in all of this, like to start a betting podcast and then to just right off the bat go 0-5, it's kind of special.
It is special. It's tough to go perfect. It's tough to go imperfect as well. And thank you, PointsBet. They're bringing you this show, CHGO Bets Daily, presented by PointsBet. Use code CHGO when you sign up to live your bet life, just like Cody and I are living our bet life, going 0-4.
I love Pat in the comments. He's
already
hyping us up. He's already hyping us up. We're forgetting about the Javonte Green first basket prop, Sean. We ride tonight, boys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll go through the bets. We'll recap all the bets. But Pat was a part of the fun on Twitter at CHGO_bets. We had an early scratch last night in the Bulls 76ers game. They posted the lineup. Nikola Vucevic was out. So my first bet of Nikola Vucevic first basket went out the window. Pat helped me out. He suggested Javonte Green. DeMar DeRozan ended up getting the first basket. So, I felt a little, I didn't feel, it wasn't a bad beat per se. I was taking a shot in the dark on 50 cents. But, man, we missed an easy one with Embiid over 31.5 points. Or at least I did.
Well, it was part of the Bulls parlay. Mm-hmm. The Bulls parlay, it wasn't. It didn't ever feel like it was a lock, but you rode it all the way to the very end because Ayo Dosunmu got 9 points in the first quarter, right? Mm-hmm. We needed 11 points, and he ended up getting 2 points second half. Ruined your single.
Oh, yeah, we'll talk about it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
thanks for bringing it up.
Zach LaVine ended up getting 24, so he went over 23.5, barely.
Barely.
And then Embiid points, again, that was at plus 105 odds.
Yeah.
It wasn't part of the show, but as soon as I heard that Vucevic was out, I made a single bet on Embiid points, and the line didn't move or anything. It was still plus 105 when I took the bet. So that was like,
there you go.
Despite my 0-5 night, I guess I went
1-6, but 0-5 officially.
Yeah.
Again, we
officially
never made rules that you could place bets outside of the show. So thanks, Cody.
But
for making your own
rules. It was too good to not just do it though. Yeah. I don't know.
And I mean, I guess I made up my own rules by posting, still having the Javonte Green first bet, even after the lineup. So I can't be too mad.
We had the over at 226.5, and it hit in the final seconds, and then. We needed Bulls plus 10.5, and they lost by like 14.
Let's recap the bets, and let's go into the bank because we're already talking about it. I mean, you were so close. Literally, you're at $24 now. I'm at $39. The same game parlay, you lost 10 on that one, but that would have been a big one. You probably would have been up around like $120-something. You missed by Bulls 10.5, and it was just brutal the way that game started too, because we had our lock of the night was over 232.5, and right out the gates 37-32 after the first quarter. It just felt like Embiid was going to go for 40. Harden was probably going to drop 30 of his own. DeRozan was going to have 25. LaVine was going to have at least 25. Like, it felt like, at least after the first quarter, our bets were pretty solid, at least outside of my AO. Under 10.5 points, even though he only had 11. 2 points in the last 3 quarters is absolutely brutal for me.
Yeah, I mean, as far as my 3 college basketball picks, I Chattanooga was the closest one. I had a -2.5. They went to overtime. If you haven't
Thrilling
seen,
game.
Yeah, it was an awesome game. I was actually the ending of it was so awesome that I wasn't even really that mad that I lost the bet. And then I had the Raging Cajuns +3.5. They would get within 4 or 5 points, and then Georgia State would answer back with a 6 or 7-0 run, and they were just never really close. Cleveland State, they are no longer a state. You're the top seed in the Horizon League, and you lose to Wright State. I mean, come on, man.
And you had them +1 too.
+1.
It's not even like they couldn't even cover.
Someone in Vegas knew because they were the top
handicap.
seed in the Horizon. They were in the NCAA tournament last year, and so they're removed from the Union. Pray for the entire city of Cleveland and their campus.
Well, just to go off that, I took Chattanooga money line. So with that buzzer beater, I won money. I got saved by the bell there. Cleveland State, I'm fair with removing them from the Union. Absolutely brutal. We were talking about Cleveland's. Grover Cleveland couldn't even make up his mind when he wanted to be president. 2 non-consecutive terms. I mean, Cleveland's a mess. We can avoid Cleveland. Well, I guess we're not avoiding Cleveland because we'll get to my bets a little bit later. I got one of my top 3. Well, we're avoiding Cleveland State. So on the banned list now, we're banned against betting Cleveland State basketball. Yep. We'll need to make a running trail there. But you missed all 3.
All 3. It's genuinely
that's
like
$15
amazing.
Right there.
Amazing that happened. Again, Chattanooga was the closest one. It's just like I really thought Cleveland State as a dog, like they were the best team in the Horizon all season. I don't get it.
Yeah, if you missed yesterday's show, we're putting $50 into our PointsBet account. You can use code CHGO to do the same. You get up to 2 risk-free bets, up to $2,000. If you at least put in $50 in your first deposit, you get a free CHGO membership, which comes with a free CHGO t-shirt. So go use that code CHGO. And Pat Hunt says Norris Cole is the only thing good to come out of Cleveland State.
I didn't even know Norris Cole went to Cleveland State.
Neither did I. I like their uniforms, and they got a cool logo. It's not like they're pointless, but it's a brutal state. Cleveland is, just like Joakim Noah said. I mean, who wants to take a vacation to Cleveland? But just to go through it, Cody lost $10 on that same game parlay that he missed by 1 leg. He went 4 for 5 on that. You missed all 3 of those picks: Chattanooga, Cleveland State, and Louisiana Lafayette. So you lost 15 there. And then our lock of the night, which was over 232.5, we both put $1 on that. So that's how you're at 24. I got to $39 by putting $1 on my teaser. It was a basketball teaser. I lost on it was the Bulls. I had them 10.5. They were the only one to miss. Rockets covered and the Mavericks covered. So that was the only one I missed on that one. And then with the my top 3, Javonte Green first basket, we covered that one. DeMar DeRozan hit that. Javonte touched the ball a couple times in the first 2 possessions. So I got a little bit excited that Pat was going to work some magic on Twitter. I missed the Ayo Dosunmu points prop under 10.5. 9 points in the first quarter, 2 in the last 3. So a brutal beat right there. I lost $550 on that one. And then I had a 2-team parlay. I took Chattanooga and Cleveland State. I rode with you, and I lost $3 on that. So I'm at $39 now for tonight. And it's brutal to lose money, and it's also brutal to lose money, I think, in the way that Calvin Ridley lost money.
Oh, man.
He said he placed only $1,500 worth of bets, and now this year he's losing $10 million because he gets suspended from the NFL. That's a brutal payout, as I saw Roger Sherman of The Ringer say on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, again, not great.
Worst odds ever.
Yeah. I will say that.
Yeah, I don't think that's how parlays work. I think he made a huge mistake. I think
he probably put like 150 teams to win in one single parlay, 1,500 to win probably $35 million. I mean, that had to be one crazy bet.
Or 1,500 to lose $11 million.
Right.
Yeah, right. And I hope it was on something too like Cleveland State. I hope that Calvin Ridley is that much of a degenerate that if he's going to get suspended for an entire year, that he's betting on real dirty college basketball. What's the team that you want to quiz me on?
Yesterday?
No, you asked me there's a team that you're going to say.
Bellarmine.
Bellarmine. Yeah, Calvin Ridley's placing money on $1,500 on Bellarmine. Where's that one at? I said Colorado.
I have no idea where Bellarmine is.
I thought you knew the answer.
No, I don't know the answer. I actually would love if anyone in the comments could tell us where Bellarmine is, because we'll get to it. Bellarmine's part of today's parlay.
And here's some of the reports about Ridley. Ridley only played the first 5 games of last season before going on the non-football injury list to focus on his mental health. It was during that time away from the Falcons that he placed the bets on a trip to Florida, where he reportedly used the Hard Rock Sportsbook app to place 3 separate parlay bets, all including the Falcons to win, which they did.
Hey, at least he bet on his team, man.
And also in February, that app was shut down in Florida. So he might not even had the chance to cash out. It's pretty bold, though, to bet on your team. To even touch the NFL at all as an NFL player, I think is just absolutely bold of Calvin Ridley to touch.
Yeah, I mean, again, like I said, I think it's at least he bet on his team. I'm curious your thoughts on the suspension. I think it's a little too much, but I understand the NFL is very strict on this policy. So,
and also Chris is saying Louisville, Kentucky for Bellarmine. Is that true, Lawrence? Yeah, Louisville, Kentucky.
100%.
For Bellarmine.
That is true.
Are they a D1 team?
Yeah, man.
Where'd you pull Bellarmine out? Who are they playing?
They're part of my parlay today.
All right. And what was your question? What my thoughts on the 1-year suspension?
Yeah, like, is it too long or?
I mean, I think it's tough because, like, again, you're betting on an NFL team as an NFL player. That's what kept Pete Rose out of the Hall of Fame. It just seems so stupid to repeat history in that way. You are an active NFL player betting on active NFL games by a team that is paying you money. That just seems so, like, all lines of red tape are being crossed right there. You're taking time off from that team too,
right.
And for real reasons. Like, hopefully he was able to get help for his mental health issues, but still, like, you're taking that time off to then go place bets on your team. Like, this is what we're now opening ourselves up to with legal sports betting, and this is a part of CHGO Bets Daily. I mean, Zach Collins could be listening right now, looking for some college basketball plays right now. I mean, we don't know how many athletes are in this stuff.
Right.
Yeah, Calvin Ridley, if you are signing up for PointsBet, please use the code CHGO.
Thank you. He's got a whole year now to bet on games.
He's got a year to see if he likes Chicago. Maybe Riley's got a place up here. He can crash.
Yeah.
He could use code CHGO when he's on the PointsBet app in Illinois. Yeah. You think it's too much though?
I do. Yeah, just because he bet on his own team and, like, sports betting's become so much more normalized in today's age. Wow. When Pete Rose did it, it was kind of looked down upon.
Right.
I mean, hell, people still slander Michael Jordan because he bet on all kinds of shit. So, as someone who loves to bet on teenagers bouncing basketballs or adults slinging the pigskin, I think it's a little too much, personally. So
yeah, again, it's a risky game that you're playing, I think, for Calvin Ridley. I don't know.
One thing I will say about Calvin Ridley as well is, like, it was the most relatable thing. Like when I see the tweets yesterday, I was like, this is, like, I've never been more relatable to an athlete ever.
Well, and I appreciate his honesty, because he goes immediately to Twitter and he said, I bet $1,500 total. I don't have a gambling problem. I couldn't watch football at that point, even though you were betting on football. Just going to be more healthy when I come back. I know I was wrong, but I'm getting 1 year. LOL. If you know me, you know my character. And hey, again, nothing on the character, but again, you still bet, Calvin.
I don't think anyone is coming at him about his character. And if people are, then they're stuck in, like, the.
Well, I mean, it's the point that you bring up with Michael Jordan. I mean, like, that's. I mean, people think that he's being shady. People think that he has this gambling addiction, that he's got all these ties to criminals. I forget. There's that part in The Last Dance where he's tied to some mobster, I think.
Right.
It's a tough situation, and I don't regret the NFL for being super heavy-handed about this.
Right.
I wish they were more heavy-handed about other things, probably a little bit more serious things.
Right.
But
that's what kind of makes the NFL look bad, though, right? And when you look at it from a grand scheme of that.
I don't know. I mean, like, the NBA, like, they were almost taken down by the Tim Donnelly stuff, the referee stuff. So if you have a player betting on games, it can lose trust from a lot of people in the fabric of your sport.
Hey, I got to jump in, guys. Speaking of the NFL and Twitter, over on the old Twitter bird over here, there's a bit of a big trade that is just breaking.
Oh, yeah?
Tom Pelissero
crap.
says, Blockbuster, The Seahawks and Broncos have agreed in principle on a trade sending 9-time Pro Bowl QB Russell Wilson to Denver.
Where's our K? Where's our DNVR people?
Oh, they're about to do an emergency pod.
They're screaming. Wow. To Denver.
Do we slam Broncos Super Bowl?
No. I don't know. That's crazy.
They got
Nathaniel Hackett, the hip-hop teacher, going to get himself a big quarterback.
Let's get those odds up for Broncos to win the Super Bowl right now.
That is nuts. Yeah, we'll do that. Why don't you pull that up, and I'll pay the bills, because we got to talk about the show that is, or the people that are presenting this show. PointsBet, you can use code CHGO when you sign up. It's the best way to support CHGO. Download the PointsBet app and use code CHGO when you sign up. If you make a $50 or more first-time deposit, you'll receive a free CHGO membership, which unlocks all of our web content, and you'll get a free shirt of choice from the CHGO locker. If you have any questions, you can email pointsbet@allchgo.com, and we will help you. Remember that PointsBet is your home for live in-game betting. They even have a new exclusive feature, live NBA same-game parlays, and Cody will be talking about same-game parlays today, and if you like any of the stuff we're talking about and you feel the pressure during a game, PointsBet has you covered with the live same-game parlay only with PointsBet. And you can sign up now online in Illinois. Mobile registration is back, and it is quick and easy with the PointsBet app. You can be done in just minutes. Again, use code CHGO to get 2 risk-free bets up to $2,000. So what are you waiting for? Once the game starts, don't just bet. Live your bet life with PointsBet. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700. And then we also want to mention CHGO. Obviously, there is the membership. You can get a free shirt when you become a member at allchgo.com. And we have a ton of perks for you. The live shows, the podcast, the post-game shows, that stuff's all free, but you do have exclusive access to the CHGO Lounge, which is our nice Discord channel that we have. You do have access to all the dope merch that we have, and again, if you are a member, you get a free shirt for free. Did you look up the odds for the Broncos to win the Super Bowl on PointsBet?
Oh, I did not. I thought you were talking to Lawrence.
Oh, you
did? Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thanks, Lawrence.
I got you, Cody. It's all
Thank
good.
you. Thank you for not letting me look like an idiot.
So I opened the PointsBet app up, and it started at plus 1,700 for the Broncos, and in the moments you were reading that promo, it's now plus 1,200.
Wow. People are
You
slamming
should have been quicker, Cody.
They're
you could have
hammering
you could have got a plus 500 bucks. I mean, if you put a buck on that, you could have made $5 right there.
Right.
You
want to sit here
turn
and
it
do it together,
first of all,
17.
you're suggesting the Broncos are going to win the Super Bowl. Like,
I don't know. I mean, we'll need to talk
got-
to Nicholas, and we'll need to talk to Will and Adam and all our DNVR guys. I mean, like, that is a tough one. I mean, like, they are scrambling right now. I mean, Allie, our producer, is scrambling to get RK set up in Studio B. I mean, like, this is huge. Yeah. Russell Wilson going to the Broncos. Yeah. I like their defense. Vic Fangio obviously was there last year. Now Nathaniel Hackett's their new head coach. I wonder if there's any remnants back. And obviously he knows a lot about defense. The defense wasn't great, but they didn't have a ton of offense, out there.
What's his name? Javonte Williams?
Yeah, Javonte Williams is their running back.
They got Jerry Jeudy at receiver as well.
Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton is still there. They got Noah Fant, tight end.
He's a solid tight end.
I mean, the biggest thing is offensive line. I mean, you look at Russell Wilson. He goes from Seattle, where they had a horrible offensive line, and you go
his entire
you go to
career,
Denver.
too.
Yeah. Oh, and you go to Denver. It's not that much better. I mean, like, Garrett Bowles is a reclamation project that has paid off, but. Yeah. All in all, I mean, that's nuts. Do we have the full trade? Because I see in the comments
everyone's
too.
saying this trade is nuts.
Yeah, I see Chris in the comments saying the trade is nuts. We'll look into this. But Cody, why don't you go into your same game parlay first for tonight? A big night for you. You just went 4 for 5 or 4 out of 5 on your legs. You're getting close. You need to win some money because you might be doing a punishment by the end of the week if you don't pick up some cash in your bank.
Right. So this parlay, when you use the boost on PointsBet, which you should sign up on, like Sean has said.
Just checking. This is your big three? Sorry, I've been like...
No, this is the same game parlay.
Same game parlay.
Yeah, we're going to go same game parlay, then we're going to go to Teaser Town, and then we'll do the big three.
Right. So, again, this parlay was at plus 794, but with the boost is at plus 883. So, not as juicy odds as yesterday. And we're doing a college basketball money line parlay. So let's start with Clemson money line minus 221. I believe they play at 3:30 this afternoon. Let me get out of the way that there's just nothing better than betting on teenagers dribbling basketballs like when the sun is still out. I love it. It has gotten me through days going into an evening.
It's something that I cannot thank the world enough for is live streams. Like being in high school during the day when the ACC tournament's going on, when the Big Ten tournament's going on, when the NCAA tournament's going on. There is nothing better than watching teenagers dribble basketball at school or work. I mean, that is the best place to watch teenagers dribble basketball and pass the time.
Exactly. So we got Clemson money line, Bellarmine money line minus 145, Wright State money line. They better win tonight. Since I'm writing them, I'm writing them tonight.
You went against them yesterday.
I went against them yesterday. I'm taking them tonight. They're plus 100 against Northern Kentucky.
I like Northern Kentucky.
I
think they're a good team.
The people do too. And then we got Fairfield money line minus 155, and then the gimme Gonzaga minus 946 against St. Mary's. I would say Gonzaga, like they lost to St. Mary's in the regular season finale.
They just lost to them like a week ago.
Yeah. Well, they beat San Francisco last night, and this is the West Coast Conference tournament. Gonzaga's it's revenge time. They're gonna win this. I mean, huge favorites, minus 946. They're 12.5 point favorites as well if you want to take the spread.
Think back to the national championship game. You know, Georgia gets beat in the SEC championship game, and then they go and take down Alabama. I mean, I think that Gonzaga is the better team. And the thing too is like, I mean, Chet Holmgren can't play against anybody with size, so maybe that's St. Mary's advantage here. But if Chet's able to show up and even just get double digit points, I mean, if he's able to get 10, I think Gonzaga will be fine. It is tough though. So you got a 4-team parlay here,
five team
parlay, all on the money line,
all money line. Wright State's the plus odds one. Then we got, Gonzaga, Clemson are the bigger favorites.
Right.
And then the other two are, you never know. So it's not a lock, but can't complain about the odds at plus 883.
How much you putting down on that?
$5.
Okay.
$5 can win you like $49.50 or something like that. So basically $50. We're going to make our money back.
Your deposit, hopefully for you.
Yeah.
You'll need it after our night last night. All right, let's go to Teaser Town. Thank you for your same game parlay there. That's 5 legs again. You didn't try to go 3 or 4. You didn't try to make it easy on yourself.
We ride, baby.
You're spreading yourself out. All right, we're going to go to Teaser Town now and talk about my parlay I got for you. I got a 3-team college basketball teaser. If you want to watch the ACC tournament, this is your teaser. I'm going to take Boston College. They start at 105, so just after our show ends. I'm teasing them to plus 2.5. Boston College is taking on Pitt. Boston College is 11-19 on the season. Pitt's 11-20. Right now, Boston College is the favorite, -2. I'm teasing them to plus 2.5. They played very, very close games. Pittsburgh's lost 4 straight, and the teams that Boston College has lost to, very close, Georgia Tech, Miami, Clemson, all good teams. They're 2-3 in their last 5, but they have been playing teams close. So I like Boston College to at least, keep it close. 2.5, I think they'll be able to cover. Then we got the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets versus the Louisville Cardinals. This game comes, I guess, this is the last game on the schedule, but I'm going to take Georgia Tech. They are the plus 1.5 favorites, but I am going to tease them to plus 5.5. I think that they can win this game, but you're going to give me 5.5 points. Let's ride on that. And then I'm going with Cody. I'm taking Clemson, but I'm going to tease them to a 1.5, and I'm going to take them against NC State. I think they win this game. But again, I get a little bit of buffer. If it comes down to exactly what happened in that Chattanooga game, I'm still getting covered there. So that is a boosted parlay too on PointsBet. I boosted it from plus 169 to plus 188. Putting $5 down, and if we get it, Cody, that's $15 in the bank right there. So we're trying to make some money there. 3-team parlay: Boston College plus 2.5, Clemson plus 1.5, and Georgia Tech plus 5.5.
I like the Georgia Tech call.
Yeah,
I think I'm with you. I think they can actually win that game. So to get them at 5.5, I feel like that's the best one of the 3 there.
I honestly think that my college basketball, especially ACC stuff, I think I can tease pretty well. We'll see. But I like Georgia Tech. I don't like Louisville. They got a lot going on this year. It just seems like a real difficult for schedule. And teenagers dribbling basketballs, you put a lot of pressure on them, and you fire their coach. I don't know about that. But let's get into our big 3. Cody, take me down your big 3 for tonight.
All right, let me open the book back up. Let's start with Hornets plus 3. They're home dogs against the Nets. And it's kind of like playoff positioning is on the line here. I kind of like the home dog. I kind of like it. I would dabble on the money line maybe, but I'll take the points with 3.
Yeah, I like that cover because, I mean, the Nets right now, they're struggling. You will have to, have Kyrie and Kevin Durant. They had a tough loss on Sunday, but, I mean, the Hornets are a very good team. They're young. They're fast. I think they can run with them. I like +3.
Right, and then they're
8-9 right now. They're both 11.5, so winner of this becomes the 8 seed.
Exactly. So I'm all in on LaMelo Ball tonight, having a huge game against the Nets, who still don't have Kevin Durant. So I think that'll be a fun one. Staying with the NBA, I got Ja Morant over 6.5 assists tonight. This kind of goes into our lock that we're going to give later. He had 10 assists against the Pelicans in their last game. It's also kind of a revenge game since they're playing the Pelicans, who could have drafted him but took Zion Williamson instead. I love a good narrative. So I'm all in on Ja Morant over 6.5 assists tonight. And then back to college basketball, kind of hinted it earlier. St. Mary's +12.5. I think Gonzaga wins, but I think St. Mary's sticks around and gives them a fit. And I like these 3.
And I got a quick question for you. This is from our guy Pat Hunt. He's asking how Nebraska's going to do in the Big Ten tournament. Do you see them advancing past the first round and giving Iowa a good game? I know that Hoyball and Lawrence, our producer, is shaking his hand. Hoyball is back in action.
Just no.
I'll take Iowa.
I mean, they're coming off a huge win over Wisconsin.
That seems emotional. Then they're going.
And it's not even just that game though. Like they've played well over like the last week against Iowa.
Would you take them?
I wouldn't take them to win unless I had some free money to throw away.
How comfortable
I wanted
would
to
you
burn
feel?
cash,
If it's at 6.5, Nebraska 6.5
against Iowa.
God, I hate
Yeah,
that.
I'll
Bet at
take
your own
Iowa.
risk.
Yeah, I think I would still take Iowa.
Let's go to my big 3. Pat, I don't trust Fred Hoiberg. Come on. You didn't say beat Iowa. That's right, Pat. So we'll see. But we're going to go now to my big 3. We got Evan Mobley. He's taking on the Indiana Pacers. Jared Allen should be out tonight. Goga Batazde is starting for the Indiana Pacers, which means Miles Turner is out for the Indiana Pacers. I like Evan Mobley, points, rebounds, and assists. I think he can easily get over 30.5 just with points and rebounds. So you toss on like 2 assists right there. I think we're going to be able to clear that. That's probably going to be my first win right there. If anything is a lock tonight in my big 3, I'm going to go with Evan Mobley, points, rebounds, and assists going over 30.5. Then I got Dylan Strome over assists. I think he's going to get an assist tonight. I like the +165. He's been red hot, 5 points in his last 3 games. Him and Kane have been red hot too. I really like Strome. A real weird season for him, up and down, on the bench, off the bench. He's now getting consistent playing time. Feels like he's clicking. I'll take Strome over half assist at +165. And then I'm going to take the Hawks first period money line. John Gibson is out for the Ducks tonight, or from what I've been reading. So Stolars is going to be their goalie. He's got 10 starts this year. I think that the Hawks can start early, quick. We saw that in the Lightning game, but they weren't able to hold on. They gave up 5 straight goals. I like the Hawks at least early. I think that they can win that first period.
I think they can have fun at the beginning.
Yeah, I think they could have fun at the beginning, and it will get really, really worse as the game goes on and on. I'm putting $3 on the first period money line, $1 on that Dylan Strome prop, and then $5 on Evan Mobley. I'm feeling strong about that one. And then before we get to our lock of the night, I just got one more, and this is a free bet. I had a free buck from PointsBet, so thank you, PointsBet, from that. But it's a 3-leg parlay, and it's the All-City Network parlay. It's hockey. All of our teams are playing. I'm going Colorado Avalanche money line against the Devils, Arizona Coyotes money line against the Red Wings, and also, I mean, we hate the Red Wings here. And then I'll take the Blackhawks money line. I don't think that they will win, but again, it's all city. I'm going with my heart, and it's a free bet. So that's a buck free bet, and that will pay out $5.58. Let's go to our lock of the night, Cody.
Lock of the night. It's points or double and a win. John Morant double.
John Morant double and a win.
And the Grizzlies to win.
+375.
We are the biggest fans of the Memphis Grizzlies and John Morant tonight.
Yes, we are. Down with the Pelicans. Last game, like you mentioned, 22 points, 10 boards, 9 assists against the Pelicans. The Pelicans suck, too.
Yeah. Pelicans are not good. They're not great. Grizzlies have been, outside the Bulls, one of the bigger surprises in the NBA this year. A lot of it has to do with John Morant. Bulls fans know after the last time they played the Grizzlies, Ja Morant went off. And I do feel like there's the narrative of the Pelicans taking Zion instead of him. He's going to have that chip on his shoulder.
Absolutely. And Zion's still not playing. So Ja Morant's proving them wrong, even just by showing up for the game. Now we just have to decide before we end the show how much we're putting on Ja Morant, double-double, and the Grizzlies to win at plus 375. I got 6 choices for you, 1 through 6. There's no $20 one on this one because you lost all your money.
Let's
we got to get the wheel, too.
Let's go with 4.
4? We are going to be betting 75 cents on the Ja Morant to get a double-double and Grizzlies to win at plus 375. $1 and $5 and $3.50 were your big ones at 1, 2, and 6 at the 6th position. So Cody's still dodging the big money here. You can follow Cody on Twitter at Cody_CHGO. You can follow me, Sean Anderson, on Twitter at Sean_W_Anderson, and follow at CHGO_Bets. We'll be talking to you all night on that account, and we will be tweeting out, some updates, especially if I win. I'm gonna shit talk a ton if I win. I'm winning money tonight. Evan Mobley's coming through.
We're both winning
big for me.
Tonight.
Yeah. Which one do you feel the best about tonight? Ja Morant?
Yeah, Ja Morant.
All right, so we're going Ja Morant. We're going Evan Mobley. Hit us up if you have any bets. Hit us up if you take any of our bets, especially if you take Cody's same game parlay.
Tag us, if you take that parlay, either mine or your teaser.
Yeah.
Tag, post a screenshot of you on PointsBet and tag us. I love seeing that yesterday. A few people did that.
Especially if you win, too. If you win, we'll celebrate with you tomorrow on CHGO Bets Daily, and that's the important word. We'll be here every single day, Monday through Friday, talking to you about the betting action for the day. Again, use code CHGO. PointsBet is our presenting sponsor here at CHGO Bets Daily. Live your bet life with PointsBet and use code CHGO. And if you use a deposit of $50 or more your first time, you also get a free membership to CHGO. Again, PointsBet is our sponsor. CHGO is the code. That's Cody Delmendo. I'm Sean Anderson, and shout out to Lawrence, our producer, as well. This has been CHGO Bets Daily.